Gosh, I feel like it's been a while since I've done this, but I'm back once again, and this time I have a whole bunch of stuff to go through because I don't think I've made a video in over like 2 weeks, maybe? I can't even remember. It's mostly just because I'm drowning in schoolwork and also work. My dad has these new ideas that come about every now and then I'm just stuck doing those things. Uni has been hectic because it's just been back to back assignments. I've got my two biggest assignments that are due in a couple of days. So one I'm finishing off today, and the other one I've started, but when I say a couple of days, I mean like a week. But with work and schedules and research and all of that kind of stuff, it's a little more hectic. So I've only been able to read like one chapter a day and in very small things. And it's not been fun because I'd much rather be reading than doing assignments. But here are the books that I'm reading as of now. And I want to start off with this one, Covenant of Water, and it's by Abraham Verghese. And I am almost halfway through this book, and as I said, it's like a monstrosity of a book. But the thing is, its chapters are short, but there's in so much technical knowledge that you have to like pay 100% attention to, and I just don't have that kind of brain capacity right now. So I've taken a bit of a pause on this until I finish my assignments, and I have the bandwidth to process all of it. So I've just paused on my Abraham Verghese Covenant of Water, and look, so far what I've read, it's good. I thought there would be more depth to it, but it's because it's taking on a lot of other characters and it's talking about different people. I feel like so far what I've read, it's kind of lost that depth, and the pacing is so fast that I'm unable to keep up with the changes in life, and you're skipping forward to, I think, about 5, 6 years at a time, which is fine, like because it's a big book. And I'm hoping it kind of puts itself together at the end of it or as I read on, because the book is beautiful and there's just a little too much of the medical side of it. And working in a hospital, I'm aware of some of these things that are coming up, but I don't want to be reading a book that has similar stuff to work as well. But I think there's a bit too much focus on the medical side of it and the surgical side of it, and not enough on the humanity of it. So that's Abraham Verghese's Covenant of Water, and I'll be restarting that after I finish my assignments. Right. So the next book that I'm actually reading at night is this one, and it was on my mental TBR for a while, and it's called The Comfort Book by Matt Haig. And the last couple of weeks or months, I'm kind of at odds with myself. I've been having doubts about why I came back to Sri Lanka. If I'm living the life I always thought I wanted to live, if I'm doing the things I wanted to be doing, and if I'm living on my terms or someone else's terms. And I've been having like an existential crisis, as you do at the age of 30. And I haven't been in the best mental space because amongst all of those things, I'm now learning a lot of things at work. And those things are that people are very dishonest. And I've never worked in a company before that has had so many people that are dishonest. Like every day I get a call from my dad and he's like, this person is stealing, that person is stealing, this person is. So I didn't realize that's how it would be. And it's very difficult to go into work because it's a very patriarchal society. And even though I am like a senior and I'm above my management, I still have a very difficult time getting my point across or getting men specifically to listen to me just because of my age and my gender. And so every time I say something, they always have a rebuttal, they always have another issue that, but unfortunately there's no solution. So it kind of gets you down every time you say something and someone like chips away at your confidence. So I'm like, am I really capable? Can I do this? And it kind of gets you in a rut. I wasn't in the best mental space. I'm still not at a good mental space right now, but so because of that, I got this book. It's it's some sort of comfort. I'm not sure if this is the book I was looking for because there's some stories that don't make sense to me, and it's fine, you know. There's a few chapters or like parts of it that are like what does this mean? Because there's a chapter called hummus, there's a chapter called toast. But at the end of the day, when I'm reading at night and I'm like, this doesn't make sense to me, and it's not helping the way I thought it would help to kind of resonate or calm my mind. I don't actually know what I was expecting with this book. I feel like I went in with more expectations and my expectations were up here, and the delivery was like way down here. So I'm a little disappointed in the book. I thought, you know what? I've still got a lot more to read. Maybe as I read on and I kind of understand other things, maybe this will help me later down the line. Who knows? So that is The Comfort Book by Matt Haig, and that is my current read at night. And this one is the most interesting one, and it's called Veronika Decides to Die by Paulo Coelho. And this book initially confused me. And when I say confused me, it was because I'm reading it and there's a lot of stuff that I'm thinking, you know what, how does this, I don't know where the application is. And somewhere along the way, I'm starting to read the story and things start clicking to me. It's a pause by pause kind of book. Like, I'm not reading it in one stretch. I read one chapter at night, one chapter like when I get some time, because the chapters are short. It's a short story. And I'm enjoying the different storylines that are going on, because it's not just Veronika's life, it's everyone else's life, mental institution, and they teach you stuff. So I think I'm finding more comfort in this book and finding the meaning of life, reasons to live, having a different perspective in comparison to the Comfort Book by Matt Haig. And I've only got a few more chapters to go in this book. Like, I'm almost more than halfway done. And I really appreciate what it's doing for my mental health, because it's kind of telling me, don't worry about what's going on right now and just take it day by day. But at the same time, there's more out there, because in my head I'm like, is this all there is? And this book is telling me, no, there is more out there. So when I read this book, I feel like my anxiety is also calming down just a bit. This is probably the most anxious I've been to put a video up, just because I don't feel prepared, I don't feel comfortable, and I feel like I'm out of my depth once again compared to how I was a few months ago when I was recording. And this is kind of putting things into perspective. And I hope, like, once all the stress in my head goes away, the assignments are finished and work slows down a bit, I'll be okay. But as for now, my books are my escape. So let me just pin, so these are the books that I'm reading right now. I'll just show you guys to the best of my abilities. And that is these two here. It's Veronika Decides to Die by Paulo Coelho, and The Comfort Book by Matt Haig, as well as this one, The Covenant of Water by Abraham Verghese. So that's my very short current read video. I do have another one that's just coming up because I went crazy on my shopping haul. So I'll be back in a moment. And if you guys want to stay tuned for the next video. I'll be back in a bit. Bye, guys.